Assalamualaikum. I'm Nurhamada binti Amma Abdul Hakim Asfar. I would like to talk about the introduction of Komako Berhad. The consumption of face masks has been increasing in Malaysia since our country has been detected the COVID-19 virus. Face masks has been mandatory to wear in the public, such as shopping malls, food court, and others, as a part of an infection control effective strategy to prevent COVID-19. Komako Berhad subsidiary, which is the Komak Mas Malaysia Sdn Bhd, has become a main distributor for face masks in Malaysia and other countries like United States, Thailand, and Indonesia. Komako Berhad wants to diversify into producing and sale of face masks as it were one of the currently most important products for preventing COVID-19. The new business was said to be led by the Group Chief Operating Officer as well as the Executive Director of the company, Ko Chijul. Komak Mas Malaysia Sdn Bhd will make the most of the booming segment with a long-term prospect while taking advantage of the opportunities created by the COVID-19 outbreak. Next, I will continue with the introduction. The company has targeted countries with a high COVID-19 infection rates, such as the United States, Africa, European countries, South Africa, and India as export markets for the new progress. This will provide as an alternative source of income to the company's current core business. The company's existing consumer in printing and packaging lines will remain unchanged. Komak Mas Malaysia Sdn Bhd plans to gradually expand the production capacity of the new business because of the growth in the demand for face masks by setting up 13 production lines over the course of 34 months.
Theory that related to the issue. There are two theories that related to the issue. Theory number 1 is demand, and the second theory is supply. Demand can be defined as consumers' ability and willingness to pay the amount for purchasing goods and services. The law of demand states as negative relationship because they shown that when the price decrease, the quantity demanded increase, and when the quantity decrease, the price demanded increase. This law works with law of supply in order to explain how market allocate resources and determine the prices of goods and services. In demand curve, the left vertical axis will be representing price while on the horizontal axis will be representing quantity demanded. There are two types of demand, individual and market. Individual demand is made by a consumer or single individual, while the market demand is made by a group of consumers. There is a table that shows that the law of demand states as negative relationship. Supply is a fundamental economic concept that describes the total amount of a specific goods and services that are available to consumers. The law of supply states as positive relationship between price of the good itself and the quantity supplied. This is because when the price increase, the quantity supplied also increase, and when the price decrease, the quantity supplied also decrease. The law of supply says that as the price of an item goes up, suppliers will attempt to maximize their profits by increasing the quantity offered for sale. There are two types of supply, individual and market. Individual is supply of goods and services from a single seller, and the market supply is supply of goods and services from a group of sellers. There is a table that shows
type of problem solving. Cormaco Group Sdn Bhd is the only supply face mask in industry Malaysia. Cormaco has made and supply face mask to buyer and consumer. Cormaco Berhad plan to become the country's largest face mask manufacturer by the middle of the year during pandemic COVID-19. Cormaco has also been exporting overseas face masks to increase their market during pandemic COVID-19. In addition, the company would like to increase the purchase of manufacturing machine and face mask printing to speed up the production of face masks to residents. Increasing the purchase of machine for the production of physical December, it is a bit as much as able to accommodate to purchase of face masks in our country during the pandemic COVID-19 that hit our country. Cormaco want to add a face mask manufacturing plant to continue the increasing add of face masks in our country due to the pandemic COVID-19. By ending a face mask manufacturing factor, the company also want to expand its work capacity to those as affected by the COVID-19 outbreak this year. Furthermore, the ministry notes that setting of maximum price for the face mask it is still high. The government took precaution in lowering the maximum price of face mask to a low level. The ministry proposed to lower the maximum price of these three ply surgical and medical from RM1.45 to RM1.50 per unit. Effort ministry to lower the price of this face mask in order to reduce the bargain and ease the responsibility of consumer to wear face mask.
This issue is about the demand of face masks increasing strongly since nowadays we are in mutated COVID-19 pandemic. Many countries affected because of that. Since many face masks produced in Asia, so Cormaco Berhad through its subsidiary Cormac Mask Sdn Bhd also take this opportunity since some countries reluctant to rely on Chinese made products. So now, Cormaco needs private share offering to expand its mass production capacity through the acquisition of additional machines. So this is the article that I got about the issue.
Discussion a issue based on economic theory, we can relate that masks can be categorized as non-perishable goods under economic good. Second, limited in supply. Before this, we know that the demand for face masks is not as high as the current demand, so that's why it's limited in supply. And also, face masks just many produced in Asia. Third, involve cost of production. So to produce mask, of course, is involved of cost of production. That's why Comarcop need to private share offering to expand its mass production. Fourth, consumer has to pay it. Okay, so next, this is the graph change in supply. So based on this graph, it shows that supply is increased. This is because movement of face mask supply curve from S0 to S1 is known as the increase in supply of face masks. So this supply increase because increase in number of buyer in market due many affected country. Also, Comarcop must Berhad expand production capacity through the acquisition of additional machines that they can produce many more masks in market.
So this is the second graph, change in face mask demand. Okay, so to how we know that this demand is increasing, we can see the movement of face mask demand curve from D0 to D1 is known as the increase in demand of face masks. So this demand is increasing since COVID-19 pandemic still occur and some of the country face the mutated COVID-19. And also, some of the country reluctant to rely on Chinese-made products, and also many face masks produced in Asia. So that's why the demand is increasing.
Conclusion: in the case of the COVID pandemic, which has shocked the whole world, many things have changed according to the current situation. Furthermore, the pandemic has forced the whole world to undergo new norms, such as wearing masks as an alternative to curb COVID-19 from infecting us. Moreover, this caused the demand for the face mask to increase drastically and also showed an increase in the supply of face masks. Malaysian face mask manufacturing company Comarcop Berhad had difficulty to producing the number of face masks, which has suddenly increased due to COVID-19 outbreak and the increasing number of cases of infection over time. At first, Comarcop Berhad don't want to depend on an external supply such as China to meet the huge demand for face masks to be supplied to Malaysian for fear of the outbreak of war between countries. Furthermore, Comarcop Berhad intends to increase the use of machines to increase the production of face masks. For example, additional machines to bring 75 triple layer mask production lines for KN95 face masks. Therefore, Comarcop Berhad are able to accommodate a large amount of demand in Malaysia in an increasingly contagious COVID situation. In addition, Comarcop Berhad are able to expand their markets to India, United States, Africa, Europe and South America, which have increased at an alarming rate due to their large population as well as their inability to control the increasing daily COVID infection. Moreover, the government has taken steps in lowering the maximum price of face masks to a lower level. The ministry proposed to lower maximum price to the lowest minimum price. The ministry's efforts to lower the price of the face mask to reduce the burden and is the responsibility of consumer to wear face masks. The ministry has made an assessment of the supply and price of face masks in the market based on the evolution. The price of the face mask can be lower again. The Malaysian Customs Department has announced exemption from import duty and sales tax for face masks. Face mask manufacturers need to register for the exemption.